Welcome everyone to the course on concept of clinical trials. This is an introduction video to explain what the course is about, how it's organized, and what is expected from you, especially in this new environment we all need to deal with for more than a year. While the setting of the course will be different than previous year, we hope to keep a very interactive course where you can feel comfortable to ask questions, enjoy learning through the various material that are available, videos, the slides, some course notes, and that you can benefit from our experience. As this is a new setting, a new experience as well for myself and the other contributors of the course, uh, clearly your feedback is welcome during the year in order for us to improve the delivery of the course. To give a bit of background around my own experience, quickly, I'm a bioengineer by background and obtained a PhD in biometrics in '97. The PhD thesis was devoted to the modeling of the space-time correlation of observation in the context of agriculture field experiments, and more especially when comparing different treatments or culture varieties with the aim to improve the quality and the volume of production. I then started in the pharmaceutical industry and more specifically in research and development while pursuing close collaboration with academia and continuing teaching at university. After working a few years in a clinical research organization as a statistical programmer, I joined GSK Vaccines in 2000 as a statistician in charge of bringing statistical expertise in the development of different pediatric vaccines. Over time, I became the head of global clinical data management and biostatistics group. And in late 2013, I decided to switch a bit or move in my career, looking at new opportunities. And I changed pharmaceutical company and moved to Merck KGaA, moving from vaccines development to therapeutics drug development. And today I'm within Merck KGaA heading the global biostatistics, epidemiology, and medical writing group, again in drug development. Back to the course content. The course aim at teaching the different concept of clinical trials through the different steps of drug development, from first time in human to late stage post-marketing authorization studies and lifecycle management. The course focuses on understanding the different type of study design and the main elements that characterize them, and why those elements are being applied to ensure the robustness of the design of the experiment, the analysis, and so the conclusion to address the research questions. You will also get, on one hand, insight on how those clinical trials are run in practice, and on the other hand, insight into the regulatory framework from the targeted product profile to the actual submission for marketing authorization, post-marketing surveillance, and lifecycle management when successfully reaching patient access to new medicines to improve their life, which is the ultimate goal. The aim of the course is not to detail the different statistical data analysis techniques, methods used in clinical research, like whether it's linear models, nonlinear models, parametric or non-parametric methods, exact methods or asymptotic methods, survival analysis or other longitudinal data analysis methods, but rather addressing the specific aspects or particularities in clinical research that needs to be dealt with on a statistical standpoint. And to illustrate with a few examples, it's about how do you handle multiplicity of endpoints, multiplicity of hypothesis testing, how do you prevent the risk of bias or deal with it, how do you handle patient dropouts in clinical trials, how do you address the use of interim analysis, subgroup analysis, how do you understand at the time of the design of your experiment the operational characteristics of the experiment that manage the risks of a wrong conclusion? And how do you understand the difference between power and probability of success? The ways of learning of the course are based on the following key elements. One, the course is organized in 5 modules of about 3 hours. And second, the students are asked to complete the videos by a course module that will be available in Toledo and should be there at least 8 days before the Q&A session being organized. The students are asked to send any question to the teacher 2 days prior to the respective Q&A module sessions in order to allow the teacher to organize an efficient Q&A session that is planned for 1 hour. So combining some similar question from the student and organizing the answer again to make it efficient and at best for the students. The course is organized in 5 modules, and the 5 modules are being delivered by 4 different teachers coming with their own background and experience. The first module is around the general introduction and the key elements of clinical research. The module 2 and 3 are around the statistical concept in clinical trials and will be delivered by Brigitte Chevard. Module 4 and 5 are around advanced statistical concept in clinical trials, and Andrea Calegaro and Fabian Di Baldi will deliver the respective module 4 and 5. What you see on the slides are the respective dates of the Q&A sessions for which a remote team session will be organized. To illustrate with the module 1, so you are asked to listen to the part 1 videos. Those videos are already available in Toledo. And while you listen and review the videos, the slides are also available. You are asked to send any question you have by February 13th to my KU Leuven email address. And on February 15th, we will have a 1-hour Q&A session where I will start with the received question to answer them. The link to the Teams session will be provided in Toledo or via email to all students. So talking about my colleagues in this course, would like to shortly present Brigitte Chevard, who is Director of Biostatistics at GSK Vaccines. She has been involved for more than 20 years in the clinical development of prophylactic vaccines in infants and for 8 years in the clinical development of drugs in various therapeutic areas ranging from cardiovascular to oncology. She holds a PhD in science, more precisely in applied biostatistics. Fabian is a biostatistician at GSK Vaccines, where he works since 2007. He is currently Senior Director, Head of Clinical and Epidemiology Statistics in the GSK office in Belgium. And he obtained a degree in applied mathematics from the University of Buenos Aires in Argentina in 1992, a master in biostatistics from the Limburg University Centrum in Belgium in 1999, and received his PhD in biostatistics from the same university in 2003. Before joining GSK Vaccines, he has been working at Eli Lilly and a company for 4 years as a senior research scientist, mainly in the design and analysis of phase 1 clinical trials in the endocrine therapeutic area. Last but not least, Andrea Calegaro works since 2011 at GSK Vaccines as a biostatistician. He obtained a PhD from Leiden University at the Department of Biostatistics. For 2 years, he has been working with macroarray data at the Department of Chemical Engineering Process at the University of Padova. And for 3 years, he has been working on the analysis of data from clinical studies at the San Gerardo Hospital in Milan. So hope you will enjoy the diversity of the different experience as you go through the different modules of the course. So this slide provides you an overview of the table of content for module 1, 2, and 3. In modules 4 and 5, Andrea and Fabian will guide you through advanced statistical concepts in clinical trials, and notably around the benefit and where Bayesian methods are of value in clinical research, as well as expanding on the space of possibilities in terms of trials design, looking at the thinking around adaptive design, what is possible, what is not possible, and how you need to have the right practice around the use of adaptive design. And then finally, the third component, look around biomarkers in clinical trials, which becomes more and more important as we evolve into more precision and individualized medicines. Historically, there was a module on survival analysis. This module is no longer in scope of the course, but the material is available, as historically we had some good feedback from students on seeing in practice, besides the theoretical course, how survival analysis is being applied and used. In terms of the expectation, we expect that you understand the role of statistician in clinical research, that you get the key specific statistical concepts used, that you also understand the regulated environment where we have to operate, as well as the challenges encountered and how to address those challenges. Again, also that you do not hesitate to ask questions as you learn, as you listen, as you read, so that we can best address and contribute to your learning experience. The evaluation is based on two components, the exam at the end of the semester and homeworks during the semester. The exam is an oral defense on course material. It is closed book. You will receive 4 questions. You can discard 1 question. So you will have 20 minutes to prepare the 3 questions. And after the 20 minutes, there will be an oral defense focusing on the answer to your questions. The homeworks are organized as follows. So during the semester, after each module, you will be given an homework. Those homework are available in Toledo. You will deliver your homework according to the given timelines to the respective teachers that will correct the homework and give you a feedback. And the 50% of the final grade will be an average of the 5 homeworks to each of the 5 modules. So you'll find the material in Toledo. They are essentially in the documents section. You have 2 main folders, one with the course material and one with homeworks. And so within those 2 categories, you have one folder for each of the modules. So for this course, there are some prerequisites as mentioned. The purpose of the course is not to go into mathematics and statistics, but some of the fundamentals needs to be mastered by the student to properly understand the concepts being addressed in this course. And notably the fundamental of statistical inference with time 1, time 2 error, power is really important to well understand, as well as some of the fundamental of statistical modeling, risk difference, odds ratio, relative risk, logistic regression or linear models, or some of the basic of longitudinal analysis.